Honestly, just seeing the ins and outs. Like, it's so crazy being behind the scenes. I mean, I come from a family of divorce, so going through like that and then coming back to now, it's like, wow, I didn't even know that like all of these things are even a part of it. Like, it's insane. I like talk around to different attorneys and I tell them, this is my path, this is what I'm looking at, and I really like family law. And they'll tell me, it's so dangerous, like you can't. And then you have all of the siblings there completely having different reactions to that same situation. You have the older sibling that's there, that's strong, that's trying to protect the younger ones. And then you have like the youngest, like feeling
all the feelings.
Hi everyone, I'm Karina Reyna. I'm a family law attorney at Reyna Law.
Hi everyone, I'm Heidi Castañeda, the paralegal and office manager at Reyna Law.
On Drama in Session, we talk about what family law really looks like once the paperwork is filed and the emotions are high.
We spill a little tea from our caseload because family law can get messy, but the bigger goal is to talk honestly about what people are actually going through when they find themselves in the middle of legal and emotional chaos.
Through our conversations, topics, and guest speakers, we break down what's really happening behind the scenes and help you make sense of the conflict, the court process, and everything in between, so you're not walking through it feeling lost or alone.
Welcome to Drama in Session.
Hi guys, welcome to Drama in Session with Karina
and Heidi.
This time we have a very special guest with us.
Our favorite
for sure.
The favorite.
Everybody meet Jolien.
Hi guys, I'm Jolien.
Jolien.
The amount of times I hear that song, I swear.
I love that song.
Do we have to stop singing it?
No, you guys are fine. But
And I especially like the Beyonce version too for some reason.
I don't think I've
when
ever
we're in the office and the YouTube's playing and that song will go on, I'll be like,
oh yeah. And then we stop what we're doing.
It is on my country playlist, so when it's on shuffle, she's like.
I've learned so much country music since working at the office.
Oh, that is true.
Ella Langley's our girl.
Yes, she is, and we really do play it to death. So, so you're probably like just singing it on the way home.
I am. Now I am. I play it on repeat now.
Dirt Road, Morgan Wallen. You're over there like, I'm the problem. Well, we are excited to have Jolien because she is a huge part of our office. We call her the financial girl because she's been
PDDs. I've been surrounded with PDDs. I didn't even know what they were until working here. I don't even know what taxes look like. I'm just a baby.
She really is. We love to be like, we're just a baby.
The amount of times we say that.
I know. We're sorry. We don't think you're just a baby. But yes, you
Yeah,
are.
but I'm a baby to family law.
Yes. Yeah. She's a baby to family law. But you've been awesome. And I feel like you really connect with clients, even though you have to, right? Like they call all day long and they want to tell us their entire life story. So you have no choice but to sit there and talk to them.
And talk, yeah.
What do you think like the best part has been working in family law?
Honestly, just seeing the ins and outs. Like, it's so crazy being behind the scenes. I mean, I come from a family of divorce. So going through like that and then coming back to now, it's like, wow, I didn't even know that like all of these things are even a part of it. Like, it's insane. So it's cool to see the process. And I mean, I've always wanted to be an attorney, but I never thought that I would be getting the experience even before going to law school, which is crazy to think about. So I think my favorite part would just be learning so much all the time.
And having fun while doing it.
And having fun. And having us just throw all these weird language and words at you, and you're just like, what is that?
Seriously.
My favorite is watching you just like stare at us, like, are they talking about? What is this? And I'm just like, you got it? And you're like, yes. And
I'm just blink.
I think that's all of us.
Yeah, I think that's me too, guys.
Yeah, I'll just be like, what is going on? I'm so
well,
confused.
I will say that that's just the law. I think that nobody, not even law school, prepares you to be an actual lawyer and the stuff that we go through. I don't even think that law school really prepares you for arguments or how to read exactly the law because every judge interprets the law differently. So it's more about understanding what your judge is like. So I don't know. Good luck. in law school because
I'm
you're going to go in
excited.
there and be like, that is not the way it's done. And they're going to be like, yes, it is. You're like, no, actually, no, it's not.
I feel like I'm going to go in with so much knowledge and then I'm going to be like, wait, no, I learned this.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be the really helpful thing. Because like, even on our, like my first day as an intern, I didn't even know what a petitioner or respondent was. Like, oh, what?
You didn't ask her that during the interview process.
I didn't know not one thing. And she's like, I know it's confusing in the beginning, but you were so much help at the beginning. I mean, still now, I'll be like, ready?
Well, I think she just, you literally run the office. So you know everything about anything that goes on in the office. I'm like, do we have tape?
But that was me too. So I think because I went through the same thing, and I mean, Karina really took a chance on putting me onto the office because I come from nonprofit world, and that was completely different. I mean, I was working at a domestic violence shelter. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I was a case manager there, but we would take moms coming out of those DV situations, placing them in homes. They had to complete all these programs, but at the same time, I found myself in situations where, oh, we have to go to a hearing to get a restraining order. Oh, you had, you were married to them. Okay, now we need a divorce. Clearly you have children. Now we need to get custody order. And we were I mean, if you know, it's so scarce, the resources, especially for attorney fees. So I was scrambling, and small world, I think in one of the cases I had, I messaged Karina on Instagram. I just happened to type in, I don't even know if I've told you this.
No, I don't think so.
I typed in just attorney and she popped up, and I think I just like sent her a DM just by chance that she'll see it. Like, I am helping this mom. I work here. This is our situation. And I think she responded like, give our office a call. But at that point, I just, probably ChatGPT'd something really quickly because I knew that, what are the chances that this attorney is going to get back to me and help.
Exactly.
But then when I ended up leaving that job, I was actually in Cabo. I was on a girls trip in Cabo, and I happened to quit May. So summer started. So my mom was like, dude, you've worked like all this time. I think I worked there for 5 years. I really didn't have like huge expenses. So she was like, dude, just take the summer off and you'll figure it out. And so I'm in Cabo on a freaking beach chair. Like, maybe I should start applying to jobs because I need an interview once I get back home. And I followed her from that question I asked. And then I saw that she posted she was looking for someone. And I was like, huh. So I just applied, and then turns out that she knew people I knew people she knew, and we just
small world.
got along, and it was so weird. It was like we
From the
always
beginning.
knew each other.
Yes.
It was.
Oh, wow.
We
I
just
didn't know
clicked.
that.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because you don't understand how much social media connects you with people and how much
Absolutely.
it's a networking thing. Like for me, the first time I saw you was on Instagram. And it was like, I was
Yeah, me
looking
too.
at reels. That's crazy. Like we had the both same experience. But I was on Instagram and I saw this day in the life with this mom that was dropping off her kids at a school that I went to. And I was like, whoa. And then I called my mom and I was like, hey mom, do you know this attorney? She's dropping off her kids at the same school that I went to. Like, this is what a small world. So I followed you. And then at that point, I was just keeping up with like, there's a lot of attorneys online, but there's only certain that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like following, so
Following us, she's not really following. She's not
No,
showing up to the
seriously.
school.
I mean, you guys have run into coffee shops.
seriously,
Yeah, we run into each other.
because we're like, it's such a small world.
It really is.
I go like, I'm off at school, and then from one moment to the next, like I saw that you were posting a job opening for an intern. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to apply. I remember sending it to the family group chat. I was like, guys, this is so perfect. And then at that moment, we had our little interview and realized that, I'm still in school. I have
and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't think this through.
I didn't think this through. I was like, I guess
I was just so excited.
I was so excited. I was like, I could travel, and I was so down to travel. So I was like, I could go in these days, but ultimately I didn't graduate
I
yet.
was like, girlfriend, how are you going to come to the office on a Monday and then drive all the way up?
slow.
Yes.
I was going to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. So it's up north. It's like 4 hours from the Whittier area. So it would have never worked.
No.
But,
And we were like, call us when you're done.
Yes.
He was like, okay.
But from the people that we interviewed, she was, I think, one of our top choice, I think, at the time. And we were like, dang, if only, but hopefully after school. I mean, we were rotating our interns at that time. So
and
it worked
was
out.
like perfect because I didn't want you guys to forget about me either.
Oh, we know. You sent us an email
I was
every
like, I
week.
need to. So that's when I literally completely switched my senior project for school and I changed it to the Ladies in Law podcast little episode thing that I did. And it was, interviewing you. And I was like, okay, this way I can get my foot in the door a little bit so she knows who I am and she doesn't forget, and I mean, it worked.
It did. It really worked. And people don't know about being persistent in jobs. And what's funny about hearing both of you guys talk about me hiring and interviewing you guys, I read somewhere once years ago that people hire people based on their resume. And it's so wrong to do that because people can put whatever they want on their resume, but you don't really know a person from their resume. And for me, it was more important to have people that I can relate to in my office that are like me, that are going to be able to talk to these clients that we have, that are going to be able to handle these intense situations, regardless of what your background is. And I don't think that a lot of people take chances on people that deserve chances because how are you supposed to know if you belong in this industry if nobody's going to, give you the opportunity? So I learned a long time ago not to hire people based on their resume. And honestly, I mean, it's worked out. It's really worked out because I don't think that you've had any law firm experience before this.
I didn't have not a lick of.
I didn't either.
I didn't know what a petitioner and a respondent was, so clearly.
And she did show up in a crop top one.
The second day, but mind you, the second day was going to be podcast day, so I was like, let me dress cute.
And we were like, she showed up.
We were like, who's going to tell this Gen Z that
I was like,
she could not wear?
That's
I'm
your
like,
job,
wait,
office
that's
manager.
I was like, that's your job, office manager. Heidi's like, where's our office manager? I'm like, it's you. It really is you. Well, you have like literally been the missing piece because you really just came in and you fit in. And I love the fact that I've been able to take you to trial with me. And I hope that in the future, you're able to use that, whatever you learn here in law school, and be able to tell your professor, like, excuse me, that's not the way it's done.
I actually know.
This book is outdated, because clearly they are.
Because I've learned so much, even with going to trial.
Yes, and right now we have back-to-back trials, so that has been a lot on all of us. But, I feel like it happens, and sometimes, things come in waves. I don't think I've had back-to-back trials like this in so long.
I was just telling her that working with you, I don't think we've been
that you've only had
back to
one
back.
with her, right? Yeah.
And because cases are supposed to settle, I feel like if you can't settle a case, then really, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, these two, the opposing counsels, are not able to get their clients to settle to what would be reasonable. So that's why we are in back-to-back trials. And that's why it's so stressful. But the last trial that we were at ended up great for our client and small world. Jolien actually went to school with opposing counsel's son.
With all four of his sons, actually. I'm telling you, it's such a small world. Like, the Whittier area, Hacienda Heights, is so small, and I didn't realize until coming back, why did everyone and their mama go to this school? And it's crazy because, like, I had seen this man, like, opposing counsel before, and then now I'm seeing him at trial.
And she's like, hey, and he's like, hey. And she's like, it's me.
I know everything about you.
I have my exhibits ready against you.
I made all of these copies. Look at this binder.
With our thick binders, I feel like I get paper cuts from them sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
So when you go home, what are the things that, like, you think about Heidi and I being in the office? What do you take home? Like, what do you tell, like, your family? Like, these ladies. All Heidi does is sing.
I'll be like, oh my gosh, Mom, like, it was yesterday actually. You texted us like, oh, I'm here. It's like 8:30. Mind you, we don't go in until like 9. I go in at 10.
Yes.
And she's like, oh my gosh, like that you were already here. Heidi texts me and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm barely leaving the house without me rushing. And I text her back, I'm just waking up.
I was like, I love that for you. You know that TikTok
there.
that TikTok where it's like the man's at work, you know, the hardworking blue collar man, and then the girl's like, I'm eating popcorn. That was Jolien, and I was like the blue collar man. Like
Jolene's like, why am I getting this message? Was I supposed to be at the office already? What's happening? I'm sorry that I startled you guys. I just wanted to let you guys know where I was and what I was doing, because
she's like, I don't want Heidi to take out her pepper spray when she walks into the office. Like, who the heck is here?
Or walks in on FaceTime and I'm literally in the middle of a hearing, because I was doing the hearing virtually from the office. It just
walking and singing.
I know. It just makes, or drops everything as we're going in through the door, and the judge is like, what was that? I'm like,
sorry, I'm just my office manager coming in.
in going to court with us, what has stuck out for you? Like, what have you been like, oh my God, that was such a crazy case, or something that you heard or listened to while we were in court?
One of the biggest things was I didn't know what minor counsel was, or like even how that worked. I had no idea. There's certain things that I'm just like, wow, I had no idea. I didn't know that like the judges, and how important it is for you to know the judges that you're working with and know the attorneys that you work with. And I think every time someone calls and they're like, oh, do you service San Bernardino County? And I'm like, no. And then I explain to them that it's really important that you hire an attorney that's in your area, because it really is.
Yes.
And I feel like that's something that I've learned a lot while going to hearings with you, is that you really need to know who you're dealing with, whether it's opposing counsel, whether it's the judges, even just a certain case like the bailiffs there. You know everyone, and it's so interesting to see that, because I mean, I'll just be sitting there and now I'm recognizing the way that they rule, and it's just so interesting. I feel like that's one of the biggest things, and it's even taught me like, okay, in the future I'm not going to be all over the place. I'm going to be in one concise area and make sure that I could be there for my clients when I do get out of law school.
Yeah. And I think it's a good way to be there for your clients, because you're not going in there blind. And, you know, I think the one courthouse that I feel like has a lot of turnaround in judges is the LA courthouse. Because sometimes, or there's so many departments, and I'm like, what department am I in? Which judge was that? And I think that it's a little frustrating when I do that. So I can't imagine just going to completely different courthouses or counties or anything like that, where I don't know the judges, I don't know anybody, I don't know anything about it. And I make sure that I figure out details. Like yesterday when I text you guys like, hello, they let me into the courtroom at 8:30 on the dot, and the judge was already there. Like literally I see her face and she's just like looking to see who's there, and I'm like, it's me, I'm here, should I turn my camera on? And court started at 8:32. I don't remember court starting at 8:32 ever. So I was like, phew, oh my God, I didn't even have my makeup on yet. I was like gonna use those 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, because you never know. Like,
you never know.
If you're not familiarized with the judges, then you're not gonna know if they show up right at 8:30 on the dot, or they're going to show up at 9.
Yes.
So now our notes for that judge is on time.
Early.
She
literally starts on time.
I know we don't work that area, but when I was taking the moms at my previous job to court, Van Nuys Courthouse, they have 2 buildings. It's Van Nuys East and West. So I remember the first time I went, we were like running from building to building, because they were like, well, there's East and West. It's literally walking distance. And I was like, what the heck? Who would structure this like that?
Oh, that would be me. I would be like, where am I? Yeah, see, things like that would happen to me. Or I'd park super far away, and I'd be like,
the parking.
Yeah, the parking in a different courthouse.
We even know the parking attendant lady.
I do. I know the parking attendant lady. I'm like, I'm ready, late. I'll see you when I get out.
No, seriously.
I think it's important to know everyone, honestly. I feel like I talk to anyone that I see consistently, because you never know what you're going to need or how you can help. I remember when I was in law school, I ended up getting pregnant, and I was pregnant with Penelope. I had contractions my entire pregnancy. Well, there was times when I needed to go get like Tums because Tums was the only thing that would help me because the doctor was like, sorry, lady, we can't do anything for you. And I'd be in school and I'd be like, oh my God, I have to go get Tums. So I'd rush to the liquor store, I'd come back, but we only had a certain amount of time before classes were over. So I made friends with the like janitor people and I'd be like, can you go park my car? And like they would, because otherwise I'm like, I have to park super far. I have to run across the parking lot pregnant. I'm already having contractions. Do you want to like give birth to my baby right here? Or you can park my car. He's like, okay. I think it's so important to make friends. Anyways, that guy's like, we were not friends, lady.
He's watching. He's like, I remember that actually.
I remember that lady.
This lady is gonna call the cops and say I stole her car.
No, and then I remember like when I would leave, he would be there and I'd be like, oh, thank God. And he's like, oh, no problem. And he's like, anytime. And I was like, oh, it was just so cool.
Not exactly that, but that brought me back to my college days. I was going to Cerritos College, but no, Cypress College, and their sister's college was Fullerton College. And I had one class, and I think I had to drop off like a final project, and I could not find parking. And I was like, I'm literally just dropping off, and the room is right there. Okay. So, but they were so strict, and like, you have to move you couldn't just leave your car. So I remember I had my car where I wasn't supposed to. And this guy, I must have looked stressed because this guy comes and he's like, are you okay? Like maybe he thought I got a flat tire or something. And I was like, I just have to run in there and like drop off my portfolio. But I can't leave my car here and there's no parking. And he was like, I'll just stay in it. And if someone tells me to move, I'll just like drive the circle.
Oh my gosh.
But I did not know this person. No. So then I thought about it.
Like, get in.
No, seriously, I thought about it and I was like, no, like I really need this. But I was like, okay, how do I know you're not going to take, literally, I was like, how do I know you're not going to take my car? And he was like, I'll give you my car keys. So then I think he gave me his car keys on his cell phone or something. Like, I don't know. We swapped stuff that was personal. And I was just like,
this is weird.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what? I have to. I can't get an F. So I like run to class. I drop it off and I run out. He was still right there. He didn't even have to move it. And I was like, dude, there's good people out there.
There are good people out there, honestly.
And I think we have good intuition because if he would have gave me creepy, weirdo vibes, I would have been like, heck no. But
yes. Oh, there was one time when Heidi and we were recording one of our episodes and we get out and it's kind of late. We were doing it in the afternoon. And we start driving, and all of a sudden she looks at me, and she's like, my car stopped. And I was like, why are we in the middle of the road? She's like, my car stopped. And I'm like, well, turn it back on. She's like, it won't turn on. And now we're getting honked at. I'm like, oh my God,
were you like in the middle of the freeway? Or where
no. We were in the street residential.
In a very sketchy part of this city. And we were like, oh my God. Somebody managed to come over and push us out of the way because we were literally just about to turn and her car stopped in the middle of her turning. And I was on my phone. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And then everyone's honking at us from this angle and behind us and there. So these guys come over and they push us out of the way. And we're like, thank you. And so she's like, I got to call AAA. They're like, we'll send somebody within 4 hours. And we're like, 4 hours? Okay. We're like, okay. So then somebody finally comes. And then this guy, he's like, all right, I'm going to put you in I'm going to put your car on the truck. And you're going to.
The tow truck driver.
And he's like, and you guys come with me. And we're like,
come with you.
Why? Where are we going? And now it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And again, it's not the best neighborhood because we were sitting there and this car pulls up. And I was like, oh, this car's pulling up. And then they stop. And they're kind of parked a little weird. And then this other car pulls up.
Oh, no.
I know. And then the guy gets out of the car, goes across the street to this car, and then takes something, exchanges money, and then walks back to his car.
Oh,
I was like, we just witnessed a drug deal.
That's crazy.
And what is out of here? I was
I'm just trying to get home.
it was the worst. So then the guy starts asking us all these questions on the way home or on the way to wherever he was taking your vehicle. And I think we both got this really weird feeling. and we were like, oh, we were recording because we're famous, and we're actually recording right now.
We're on live.
Yeah, and this guy was like, oh, okay, he was so weird. I don't know what it was about him, but he ended up actually not murdering us, so thank God.
If not, it would have been recorded.
It
I hope
would
you guys
have
were
been
actually recorded.
I don't even know how to go on Facebook Live, guys. I just stole them. I was like, do you want me to give you a shout out to anybody?
My mom's the only viewer, but she'll find me if I disappear.
Seriously, she'll be all mad that I didn't call her back. She'll start looking for me. So yes, I mean, I feel like we do have really good intuition. I mean, I don't know. He ended up being a good person, but it's sometimes you really do have to follow your intuition.
And I think we're that way too with our clients because Jolien and I are on the phones and we have people calling every day. Can she take my case? Can she take my case? And you know, once they start talking, like, okay, give us a little bit more information. One, if you are rude.
Oh yeah.
Immediately, I'm like,
Or if
what? Like,
not
what's
trying
going
to
on?
give information already, you know, we need to see if we would be able to help you.
And it's standard questions,
Why
and they're
would
like, you don't need that information.
Why
I
would
don't
you
need to
think
give it
that
to you now.
You can't give your case number to a law firm that you're asking
To take your case.
to give you legal advice and to give you your case. And I'm glad that you guys do what you do because I don't want anybody that's going to be rude to anybody in my office ever because they're going to think that they can do that all the time. And it's
it's funny because me and her are like, ooh, like they were rude to us. Imagine they're rude to her. Ooh, you don't want that smoke over there.
We'll be like, we'll put it in the notes like, this happened.
They're a little spicy.
They're a little spicy here. Just
beware.
And I think the best part about us is that we really truly become friends with our clients.
Yes.
And we make it a point to ask them, like, what happened at visitation? I mean, granted, we're nosy. We want to know. But we try to connect with them and make them feel like we know them, right? And so I think it's important. So, but sometimes we're really friendly with them, and a couple of them do become our friends, and we make jokes with them, which is great. And I think that it really helps balance the stressfulness.
It really does.
Of the case, because imagine how you feel getting a call from your lawyer. I don't call people from past cases, and sometimes I really want to because the times that I have called them, they're like, hello? Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to check in. And I'm like, why did I just like literally give this lady or this man a heart attack? So I want them to know that we're not always just calling them for bad news, right? Like we're calling them maybe because like, hey, we're just checking in. Hey, we just need this. I mean, sometimes we do have to give them some bad news or find out something that's been happening. But I think that we're really good about that.
Yeah.
And I think you learned that fairly quickly.
I feel like I really did. And then especially with like, I mean, I recently came on, but there's clients that you guys have had for a very long time. And there'll be people that will ask for Heidi or ask for Karina directly, or they'll be like, oh, Karina's my friend. And I'm just like, okay.
Karina has no friends.
but you know, because you have such a great relationship with almost all of your clients, it's like great to, you know, pick up the phone and not feel like I'm going to get yelled at by someone because we don't have people that, you know, there's just great clients. And honestly, even sometimes like I'll get so much information from someone and then I'll meet them for the first time. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's who you are.
Yeah.
But
and sometimes
really
you're like,
nice.
oh my God, you were the person that got kidnapped. I'm just kidding.
Crazy stories.
I remember in the beginning when I'd be like, can you call so-and-so and get an update? And you're like, what do I ask? I'm like, I don't know. Ask them how things are going. How things are going with what? I'm like, I don't know. Just ask, like, how's everything going? And then I'd hear you on the phone, like, how's everything going? And then they're going to tell you. But I'm like, I don't want to sit there and walk you through it because I think it needs to come
naturally.
natural. Yeah.
And once you do the first couple calls, it's like, oh, it's pretty much routine with everyone.
Yeah. It
And
really
I feel
is.
like in the beginning, I was really scared to take phone calls. But then after, I think one time we had a phone call with someone and I just had to give them quick advice, you know, just advice because they're in a very serious time in their life where they're feeling super emotional and they can't think of like, okay, no, you're fine. You don't have to take them to dance practice, you know, or just don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yes.
And sometimes they just need someone to talk to and you just have to go with it. And that's something that I feel like I've learned so much working with you guys is that sometimes you just have to do it. and go with the flow and just trust your intuition, because that's the only way you're going to learn at the end of the day.
I know how I picture it is like literally like if you're standing in a, like if there's a body of water, let's say an ocean or a pool or something, you don't have floaties, you don't know how to swim, but you just got to kind of go in there, and once you realize, okay, stay calm, like tread, I don't know, start moving your arm, like that's literally how it is. You just pick up on it slowly, and again, it becomes kind of routine with everyone.
I don't know if I told you this, but I think I told Heidi. I'm like, I don't know what you're so worried about. They have no idea you don't know.
That's very true.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
They're calling
Confidence
you
is
and they're
key,
telling
though.
you all of this.
It is in life in general.
Yeah, they have
Confidence,
no idea you don't know. Just talk to them. Just honestly, if they're asking you, like, do I need to take the child to daycare? Like, but you're home, so why would you? I mean, is there an order? Just ask like the most basic questions. And if you really need me, obviously you can ask me. But I think that it's important to just have those conversations with the client so you can get to know them. And now we do, right? When somebody's calling, we're like, oh no.
Oh, I remember
know.
getting so scared whenever I would see the caller ID from Superior Court of Law. I would be like, what the heck? What are they? Is this the judge? But I would answer, and then it would just be the clerk like, hey, I just sent over the minute order. Like, okay.
I need to talk to Miss Reina about our courtroom being dark. And she's like, what's dark?
What's a dark room?
What's a dark room?
Karina, the lights don't work in the room.
I don't know. Somebody mentioned something about being dark. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're just going to move our hearing. And she's like, okay.
I think I just found that out maybe 20 minutes ago. When we found out, actually.
We got to know this. Yeah, because we had a hearing on New Year's Eve. And
Which we thought was crazy. Like, what? This judge is going to take this.
Yes,
case
judges
on this
are there. They're there, and they're working, and that's I think what is a difficult part about being a judge is you are there because family law courtrooms are
Requires all
open.
the time.
Yeah, they're open during those days, and you have to be the judge that's there. I'd be like, nope, you're gonna come to court next year, sir. Next year.
But they
ma'am.
did. They rescheduled.
Yeah, they rescheduled it, which I was so excited because I'm like, oh man, I gotta wake up all early on that day and be in court. That's gonna be wild.
Which is what I just learned, is that the court can become dark, which means it's closed.
It's closed. Yeah. Heidi was like, what does that mean?
Now it's Jolene.
And I
It's
think
me.
it really is about learning a lot of the terms that you're not going to learn in law school.
Exactly.
You're not. And I think what's the best part about family law is just realizing how intense relationships can get and how intense people are and how one little thing can set people off. And you're like, wait, why was that a big deal? And then you're trying to figure it out, but you realize that it's just anything that this
Emotions are
person
high.
does triggers this person, right? And it's like, just don't talk to them. Well, they sent me this. Don't respond. Well, don't I have to? I mean, you can say that is not true.
Very true.
And that's it. It takes so many conversations with people to get that because everybody wants to respond. Everyone wants to clear their name. Everyone wants to
Have the final word.
have the final word.
Exactly.
But I did have a judge tell people yesterday or stop the hearing to ask the parties if they wanted to get back together.
Crazy.
Because she was reading through these messages and she's like, this is insane. You guys talk more than people that are in a relationship. And it was so true.
It's like, do you want to get back together?
Oh, no, she did. She asked.
She did.
She said, sir, do you want to get back with mom?
And I think everyone thought it was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, they were quiet.
because they weren't answering, and they were like, "No, answer the question."
She was like,
he
"No."
was like, "Oh, no," like.
And then she's like, ma'am.
Because it doesn't seem like
And
it.
then my client like paused. I'm like, please don't say yes. Please don't say yes. Please don't say yes. It was like the longest pause of my life. And she was like, no. And the judge was like, okay, because I'm about to not make any orders. My only order is that you guys get back together. Because clearly
And
this is
work it
telling me
out.
that you guys are getting back together. And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, why do you have to respond to them? Well, because they're messaging me. I mean, so my mom messages me all the time. Sometimes I don't respond. Sometimes I do, right? Like, I don't understand the need. And that's when I'm like, do you guys want to get back together? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's making them realize that. And so the fact that the judge told them that was so awesome. I'm like, I literally say that all the time.
Or when people call the office and they're not really sure if they want to go through the divorce, they just want to get information about it. And then we make note of it. Like, okay, this person doesn't seem like they're fully in.
Yeah.
And you have to be fully in, because if you start filing those paperwork, like, the process has started. So you need to be 100% sure and not be like, oh, we're actually getting together, like, again. Or they'll just ghost you guys and be like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We're back together.
We're back together. And why does it take people so long to tell us we're back together? Like
we don't care.
We don't care.
We
Like,
just
just
want to know
update.
if we can take more cases or not.
yes. Like, thank God. Okay, close that one. Close that one so fast before they decide not to.
Before they change their mind.
Before there takes backseas. Close it, close it, close it. But I mean, it happens, right? Relationships are not perfect. Family law is not perfect. Where a judge is going to order one thing in one case, it's going to be something completely different in another case. And I think it really opens your eyes to life and relationships and how everything just works. And for me, I think I go home and I'm just like, okay, so my husband doesn't always make the bed. I find clothes everywhere. I got to remind him to take out the trash, but like, oh, thank God. Like, the stuff that we see, I'm like, thank God that, I can trust him to take our child to practice, or that I know the kids are going to be safe. It's so sad when you get to see those cases and you're like, why were you with this individual for so long? But then people feel stuck.
And it really does change your perspective on relationships. It changes your perspective on just family dynamics, because you're surrounded with other people's lives, and now you're making your own decisions for yourself. And I don't know how I would be able to navigate, like, looking for someone and then finding out that they're crazy afterwards. And it's
that
crazy.
happens all the time.
Us cueing.
That was a good segue. So Heidi has been going through a breakup, or actually she just recently went through a breakup, which we're all involved. Like, we need all the details. We need the details of the dates, and I feel like there's multiple people that get on the phone and want to know the updates. So tell us.
Do tell.
Do tell.
Do tell. Yeah, I was in a 5-year relationship, and we dated for a year before that, because I didn't want to be in a relationship, right? But then person was persistent, showed consistency right in the beginning, and I will say, like, through the relationship, I can't badmouth this person either, because obviously there's a lot of good, and I'm sure, like, our clients, they weren't with these people because they were horrible.
Yeah,
there was so much good, and unfortunately there's just certain, I don't even know what you call them, habits that they have, or things that they're not able to break free from, and you tell yourself they're going to change. Like, oh, they quit that for a few weeks, like, we're good. But then they go back into that habit. And I think you see potential, right? And I think that's like one of the biggest things. Like, we love to see potential in people.
And hope. You hold on to the hope.
Yeah. And then I think because of all the history, right, at this point, you find yourself, you're 4 years deep. Like, what do you mean? Like, we have worked toward essentially wanting, at least we both knew that we are working towards, a future, a marriage, kids. But then you get to a point where, wait, this person isn't changing and their habits are the same, and I no longer can tolerate it or want to tolerate it. Or I think someone asked, would you let your child, like, date this person, right? Or I think when I saw it in that perspective, it was like, wow. But anyway, there was just things that could not be shaken. And looking at where I work, we started, actually, when I was going through the breakup, we started having guest speakers in Drama in Session, which I think has been so great. And I think feedback we've been getting is that they love hearing stories from these single moms now that have worked through these breakups, and how they co-parent, and how some of them still struggle with the co-parenting, how some of them actually, they're best friends with their co-parent, and everything's great for the children.
But I think I have sat back in these sessions and I just think to myself, well, dang, like I'm so glad that, yeah, I'm heartbroken because that was obviously something that I saw a future there with. But at the same time, I'm so glad that I didn't have children with this
Very
person,
true.
and that I find myself having to deal with custody issues or having to deal with, because you never know. And, you know,
Never know.
some couples don't always take it to court. They're able to manage with outside of that. But yeah, I think that it's been interesting to go through a breakup. I'm 30 now, and to work in this field and kind of see the different perspectives of, okay, I know that now I'm setting different boundaries. We don't see potential anymore, right? What you have in front of you, that's what it is. And we're at a grown age now where like you can't be seeing potential. Like you need to know what you want. You need to have your career set. You need to have like all these things in order. And we've been dating since,
And we love to hear all of the stories.
We've all been dating. We've all been
basically, because we're here listening to everything.
And sometimes I'm mortified. I'm just like, oh my God, the dating world is wild. Like
it's so bad.
There was one time when we were in the elevator and she's talking to someone that you know, online or something. And she's like, okay, what do you do? And he's like, I build furniture. And it was like, you built furniture for like IKEA? Like, oh no, I'm an independent contractor.
Like I do it remote.
And I was like, that is unemployed. Like, why didn't that guy just say he was unemployed? And she's like, no.
You're taking your sofa apart and like rebuilding it again? Like what
does that even mean?
At home.
No.
You're actually, you know what he was probably saying? That like he builds on like Roblox or like Minecraft, like online.
I didn't even
right?
think that. I just was
heard
like screamed
someone
unemployed.
told, I think it's called TaskRabbit or something, but it's like people that you call when you buy furniture, then they assemble. I'm assuming, I don't know. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, we're done.
When we're organizing the office, why have we not done that? Oh my God.
Because we have Noah.
That's very true.
And your dad.
We have Noah.
And your dad and
Anthony.
And I think it's funny, the different stages of life that we're all in, right? And I think we don't always have a lot of time to talk about it when we're in the office, but it seems like when we're in the elevator, we get to catch up.
We do.
Right?
We're all with our 1,000 bags just to catch
I know, and our water bottle that we didn't drink at all. We're like, why is this thing still heavy? And I think that, you know, being able to be there for each other and work through life stuff with each other and then work in this setting, I think it really helps because we work in very intense situations sometimes with intense people. And a lot of the people ask me, like, how do you just go from hearing about somebody's worst day, like worst day where they were caught up in a relationship where the other person had to be arrested, had to go to jail for several years because of what they did, and be able to just leave. And, you know, it's hard. You don't really just leave. I feel like there's some cases where I just think about it. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that happens. And I feel like it's not easy to walk away from, but sometimes when we're able to get distracted by your story time, your random story times that you just love to blurt out.
Jolien has the randomest fun fact.
Guys,
Yeah.
I've lived, it's going to be 23 years of my life next week, and I've lived so much.
Oh no, you really have. Like sometimes she says stuff and I'm like, wait, what did you just say? And in obviously navigating through what's going on in your life, I think that's really what has kept us sane through all of this and what really helps. And I don't think that people get to see the behind the scenes because we don't get to talk about it. I mean, finally we got to talk about
some
that.
of our clients do follow us on social media. So I'll like be traveling or something and I'll see like my client like liked your story. And I'm like, first of all, thank you. First of all, you haven't emailed me back your financials. What are you doing?
Or I'll get like a random like follow from someone because now I'm tagging myself in some of the things, right? And I got like a random follow from an attorney and I'm like, oh, now I'm getting follows too. And it's just crazy because we're like all doing our little things and we're living our lives, but all together at the same time. And it's really beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's why I also always say we have to tell our clients the truth, because I'm not going to be like, I'm in a trial where I'm like in Cabo. Like, you know, people I'm really like literally we're deep in. They come to the office.
She's like, I'm in Cabo, but I'm on remote in a trial.
And we have paperwork everywhere. Or when we were moving furniture and this, we had a new client come in, and he was coming in to sign the retainer because I don't know which one of you guys decided it was a good time to bring someone in.
I had no idea that we were moving furniture until the movers came in, and I get stuck in the back of all of the chairs and desks are surrounding me.
Next to
and
him,
then
like,
I'm like right here, like still trying to work on, I don't know, probably financials, because that's apparently what I do right now. And then some client walks in and he's ready to sign the retainer, but mind you, the door is completely like basically closed by like a bunch of chairs. And I don't know what to do. I'm just looking at him. I'm like,
you're like, pick one.
Pick one.
You're like, hi, who are you? And I'm like, literally, I felt like he was looking at us like, are you guys going to be here tomorrow? If I give you guys all my money, are you guys moving out?
We were just remodeling.
And I'm like, oh, we have this podcast and we're like moving stuff around. And he's like, okay, luckily he stayed, guys. And he ended up being a great
really
client.
Great.
But that was so funny. The way he just looked at us, I wish that I could go back and be him in that moment. And then just, I think
what
none of us had
thinking.
shoes on.
No,
Jolien was trapped.
had like this huge mirror that we have, and I was like, I need to move this across the room. The timing's perfect right now. I don't know what came across my mind, and I'm literally with the dolly with the mirror, and I'm like, Jolien, and Jolene's with the client, like, what?
The client's like looking at himself through the mirror that's being moved from one room to the other.
At this point, I should have made him like, hello. Like, can you move this?
I don't know why we didn't think about that. I was all sweaty. I was like, hey, who are you? You're here to see me. Okay, I'm going to be ready in about like 2 minutes. I swear I'm going to look fabulous and we're going to meet and we're going to talk about your case. It worked out.
Win this thing.
And he ended up being, but imagine being that guy. He was really like, this looks sketchy. I don't feel like our offices ever looked sketchy, and it looked sketchy. So don't judge a book by its cover, guys, because now you walk in, we're fabulous.
And our clients know it so well too, because the other day I also had out everything, I think, for the trial brief for financials or something, and my desk was paperwork everywhere because I was dividing it, right? But like, okay, this is a Chase account, these are all the Bank of Americas, this is this and that. And then the client walks in to make payment. When clients make payment, they'll call, but they don't really say like, oh, I'll be there. Maybe they will, but you know, whatever. They're just randomly walking in. So she walks in, and when I know someone's coming in, I try to tidy up, right? And she just walked in, and I was like, but I didn't even say anything, and she was like, wow, your desk is messy today. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like organizing. She's like, no, I know, your desk is always organized. And then I think the other, like 2 weeks later, she came for her other payment, and she's like, oh wow, we're like organized today.
And you're like, thanks, lady, you're about to get me fired. You're like, spraying? I sprayed. You called. Well, and I think we try to make stressful situations not stressful in the moment, because we do. I mean, we have the 3 rooms, right? So I feel like sometimes we're all walking in all of them, and then we're all barefoot. I don't know why. We never.
And then the other day, I grabbed my laptop, and I'm like, I'm gonna go work in the other room. I don't say anything. I go take my laptop to work in the other room. Why does Jolien come with her laptop? Like, oh, I'm gonna work here too. And then she comes into the office after her court hearing. She's like, okay, we're all working here, and I'm like, I can't get away from it.
She's like, Jolien, I came here because you were asking me too many financial questions, and I'm not on the financial mindset right now. I'm in full trial brief mode. So Jolien's like, no, hold my hand.
I'm like, wait, I'm following. Where are we going now, Heidi? She's on the vibration plate on the standing desk. I'm like, wait, can I go next?
Yeah, no, or when we're all just like eating our lunch, and I feel like we all eat it at different times, right? Because we're all busy, like not busy at different times throughout the day. I mean, we're all busy, but you know, I'll walk by and I'm like, oh, you haven't even touched yours. And Jolien's like, done with her. And I'm just like,
Jolene,
I forgot my lunch was here.
Jolene always packs the lunch, but whenever we forget ours, we're like, we'll do cava. She's like, you're ordering cava. I want some too.
I know, this
don't eat
literally
my
happened
lunch.
yesterday. I was like, I don't think I want my ground beef. I would rather have kava today.
The struggles of working in a law firm and trying to figure out what
Seriously.
we're going to eat, our coffee order, navigating and dealing with weird clients. I think that you haven't had much experience with crazy people. The crazy people that we've had lately have
been toned
not
down?
been as crazy
As we've had
as the
Really?
people that we've had. Because I think Heidi and I have had some stuff that like I tell people and they're literally like, I can't even make details like that up. That people are like looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, no, this really did happen to me. This really
And I think
did
that the things that
happen.
I see are crazy. So I could just imagine if later, I mean, someone comes around and I'm like, wow, yeah, you guys were
Oh
right.
no, these people are tame. I think it was earlier this year, maybe it was last year. We had an opposing party that was pretending to be deaf the entire time. Like Heidi would call her and she would pretend that her voicemail was a voicemail, but you can tell that it was her picking up and she would listen to the
really?
calls. And she would be talking to, you guys come to court with me. So she'd be talking to someone else in court and then Heidi would be there. And then when I would walk in, she'd
No,
be
we
like,
were literally in the room. It
Yeah.
was us two, her, and then it was minors counsel.
yeah,
And minors counsel was talking to her, a whole conversation with all of us.
yeah.
And then minors counsel was like, oh, I need to step out and like talk to my client or something. And then you were going to, okay, we need to exchange evidence. And then she literally goes, like, I can't hear.
I can't hear
need
you.
to put my hearing aid.
I don't have my batteries. And
Yeah.
she's like scrambling and
But we're like, dude, minors counsel was just having a
you
whole
were just talking
She
to
just
all
didn't
of us.
want to talk to
Yeah.
you.
Oh no, she was wild. And then it gets better. She calls one day and she's like, I'm going to go on tour. You're going to go on tour. I need him to sign my passport, blah, 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 because we represented dad. And I'm like, lady, we're not going to sign any passport. What's going on? I'm going to go on tour. Okay, whatever. Starts emailing me. And she's emailing me pretty much that she's going to go on tour with somebody that sounds like a rapper. And I'm like,
Oh.
okay, but you're deaf, lady. Okay. So then I call our client and I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I made it a joke. Like, I thought that she was going to go on tour with this rapper. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? And he's like, well, you know this rapper too? It's like, yeah, she used to babysit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we're really talking about her going on tour with a
And
rapper?
she really did.
And she's deaf. Like this, nobody thinks that this is weird.
Yeah.
And I would try to tell the court that she was pretending to be deaf. But imagine the way that I sound
Mhm.
to a judge. Like,
Because how do you
explain without, like,
without
thinking-
sounding like I'm a psychopath. Like she is not deaf. And she's over there with her earpiece. I can't hear. And I'm like,
But she
"Take it
wouldn't
off."
tell the court that.
No, she
She never told the
wouldn't?
court that. She would just act like that with you.
Yes. Well, she would use one of the court hearing aids and she was pretending to be deaf the whole time. But how do I tell the court that she's pretending when I just look like a crazy person? So I just have to let it go. And it's pick your battles, right? Like
Pick your battles,
I
for
can't
sure.
win with crazy. I really can't. And there has been so many times when stuff like that happens where I am just baffled. And I think that lately we've had clients and opposing parties that have been better,
Pretty tame.
even though you're like, wait a minute. We've had a few crazies, but yeah, no, I think that it has been easier to deal with people that aren't as crazy, because dealing with people that are crazy, and we usually, like she said, we have good intuition, so we can tell people off the bat, but sometimes they come out of nowhere. I'm like, how did we not see
How did we not see that?
that our client was the problem, that it's them?
Yeah.
And how did we not pick this out? And I think it's most of the time people learn to be like, okay, I can't be this crazy, right? Because you're just in a toxic relationship and people make you crazy. But the people that stay crazy, oh my God. Or stay in a relationship where you know it's not good for you, right? And could you imagine 5 years you find out something, but you're like, I'm already deep into this relationship. Should I stay or should I go? Luckily, you got out of that situation, but what if you stayed? And here you are living more years in this lie.
Like our client who we're doing the can I say that, the trial for? It's just, you seem so, I don't want to say normal, but yes,
But like,
essentially.
how could you be married to somebody that's so not normal?
And then the other day she
Years
came
will
and
go by.
brought more evidence that we were asking for, and she said, oh, I happened to find these papers as well. I didn't even know about this, and I didn't even know about that. And she's like, and she's seeing it for the first time too, and I'm just like, I can't imagine, like,
Going
on
through
top
all
of everything
that.
you already know, there's more.
Well, I think that tying that to your experience too, I think you've realized that you've known some of our past clients.
Yeah.
And I've asked you, like, you went to school with this child. Did you know what was going on?
I know, and it's crazy because you don't know
No.
what people are living.
And you told me something that I thought was so awesome, because you were like, we were going through the
We were the same thing because we
Aw.
were both friends during the time of our parents' divorces and during the beginning stage of it. And what if we would have known that we were both going through that same thing? It would have been great. We would have,
been able to help each other. So she's like, we could have bonded over.
We
We
could
could
have-
have talked
exactly,
about it. But
because-
neither one of them knew.
Yeah. And you never know. Like, I remember my mom would always tell me, yes, there's some really mean people in the world, but you always have to remember that you don't know what the other person is going
I
through.
tell that to the kids now all the
all the time, because you don't know how their house is going on, how their family is dealing with things. You never know. So it's always good to just be nice to everyone.
Yes.
And
Even when they're not
yeah.
nice to you.
Yes.
And you
because
could find out after years.
after years like that. Jolene's like, oh my God. Or there was one where she was like, you did this divorce for these people? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I knew their son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, I knew their son. I went to school with him. I'm like, oh my God, Jolene. You're like, no, it's random thoughts and facts that she brings to the table.
I really do. And it's funny too, because I'll be like with them and then they'll be like, what did you just say?
Like, you know their child? Like, we have questions.
Yeah.
And,
But it's
you know,
crazy.
it's because they're normal. They're normal people. They live a normal life.
Exactly.
And then you don't see the things that we see. And a lot of people are so good at hiding it. And I've had people that I've known are in a relationship or that I've interacted with them, and I would have never expected that they had this life. And the kids, I know them and I'm just like, oh, you have gone through this. Or, I mean, we had a really crazy case recently this year, and we're in the room now with the child, and you're just looking at this child and you're like, oh my God, this horrible stuff happened to you. Like, it's so real now because I'm in this room with you and I know that this happened to you. And it's just crazy because it's not just some Lifetime movie that we're watching. It's literally real life.
It's real life.
And we're there for a trial and or a DV hearing, and we know all of these crazy facts and evidence because, I mean, our upcoming case too, some of the craziest things.
And it's never ending.
And it's never ending. It's like, what do you mean that you found the car impounded with a really weird wig and strange clothing? Like, what is that? But we just know that the other individual is just crazy, so it makes sense. But I mean, does it? It doesn't make
or
sense.
when you guys told me that there was a random car that was parked in your parking lot, in the office's parking lot.
Yeah.
That was
At that point, we're like,
crazy.
do we need security?
Do we go out there? We're like, we don't need to go out there. We don't get out until 4:30. Just we're good. It was 2 p.m. We're like, we'll let it happen. We don't need to go out there. There was a while that I felt like we needed to have our door closed
Really?
because we
Because you never know who's
had
going to come
somebody
up.
that was very adamant about the fact that we destroyed their life, that we took their kids. But we did not do anything. We just went to court and we presented the evidence. We did not do anything.
And
But they're
speaking-
looking for someone to blame.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I have never necessarily been interested in family law. Before, I was like, you know what, that's not something that I would be interested in. Just emotions are high. But now, working in this environment, I'm like, I really do like this. And I feel like it's also very important to have someone that could be strong for your clients.
Yes.
And I like talk around to different attorneys and I tell them, this is my path, this is what I'm looking at. And I really like family law. And they'll tell me, it's so dangerous. Like, you can't. And it's crazy because, yes, It could be a very high stake job, but you need people that are able to be prepared for that and also be able to be there for your clients emotionally and also there as their attorney. So I feel like it's opened up another eye for me because I never even considered it. And now I'm over here like, family law is kind of my top one.
She's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to get escorted out of the courthouse every time, but it is what it is. I'm going to be living that life.
And that's something else we were touching on, which could probably be a topic for another session, but mental health and how that plays out in the courtroom, because that specific, where we were kind of treading lightly around the office when she was going to court, we were like, how?
They were so normal at some point, normal enough to have like crazy high education, and now you're this, and it's scary that people can go from that to rock bottom. Luckily, that person hit rock bottom and they were able to get on their meds and they were able to be normal. But even when we were in court and they felt normal, it was so weird talking to them, and I even felt bad for them, and I was like, why am I feeling bad?
You're the opposing party.
They were so mean to us. They were so mean to us. But it's life, and it's not easy, and family law is not easy. It's never easy, and you never are going to feel like you know everything in family law. Every case is different. Every party is different. Kids are different. Even the kids in the same relationship, they're all different. Some of them are stronger than others. We were just in a hearing the other day where I've never seen a child react that way when their father was trying to talk to them. The only thing I could do, or the thing that I was like, I need to do this, is I stood in between them and I was blocking her vision because I didn't want her to feel that way. And I've never seen somebody feel that way, but you can't fake those emotions. And it's so sad because you're like, what did this family really go through?
Yeah. And then you have all of the siblings there completely having different reactions to that same situation. You have the older sibling that's there, that's strong, that's trying to protect the younger ones. And then you have like the youngest, like feeling
all of the feelings. And then, you never know because it could affect everyone so differently. Yeah. And that's exactly what I feel like I saw just the other day that and you can't describe it without really being there. And I think that that's really what helps us do our job is knowing that we did good that day, but knowing that we're helping people.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, it's interesting because people, I come from a conservative household. We go to church every Sunday. And when people ask me, what do you do for work? And, I'm a paralegal at a family law firm. And, family law? What kind of cases do you handle? Divorces, custody cases? They look at me like, how do you live with yourself, like, divorcing people and, like that. And I'm just like, whoa. But I think it's a stereotype. You think that, these two people just didn't work it out and they need a divorce. No, I think most of our cases, there's so many layers of it could be domestic violence, it could be, and that comes in many forms, which I think people aren't educated on that either. Financial, emotional, all of it. So when I sit back and really think about the work that we do, I'm like, no, like we literally are helping this child, we're helping this mom, we're helping this dad. And it's interesting.
It's the goal. It really is to be able to walk out of there and be like, we helped somebody. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I think family law attorneys need to be thinking about. But I don't think that they're all like that.
No. Yeah.
But thanks for coming on, Jolien. Thanks for being
having
part
me.
of our office.
I love it. I love this life, guys.
So if you call, this is probably one of the voices that you will hear. She may sound a little confused, but she knows what she's talking about.
I gain confidence through the call.
Throughout the call. She will. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Drama in Session. If you're navigating divorce, custody, or conflict, you're not alone. At Reina Law, this is the work we do every day. If you have a Los Angeles County case, you can contact our office for a free consultation at 562-360-1588 or visit us at karinareynalaw.com.
If today's episode helped you, share it with someone who may need it. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and join us next time as we continue breaking down the drama, the law, and the lessons in between.